Hi, everyone. Welcome to Michigan Condo Voices. This is where we empower co owners and encourage transparency across Michigan communities. Today, we are breaking down 10 signs your HOA is on a downward spiral. If you've ever been sensing that something isn't right with your association, this list will help you spot the early warning signs before things get too worse. Number one, lack of transparency. When the board stops sharing information openly, whether it's financial statements, meeting minutes, or reasons behind major decisions, that's a major red flag. Transparency builds trust. Without it, owners can't hold leadership accountable, and secrecy often hides poor decisions or even misuse of funds. Overuse of legal action. Some boards turn to lawyers for every minor issue, sending cease and desist letters or threatening lawsuits instead of communicating directly with co owners. Legal counsel should never be used to protect the association, nor should it be used to punish co owners. When legal fees become a routine expense, it often signals conflict, not governance. Surprise billing. Are you receiving sudden or unexplained charges on your account, administrative fees, legal reimbursements, or random cost adjustments that can be a sign that your board or management isn't budgeting transparently? No co owner should be caught off guard by surprise billing. It's your money, and you have a right to understand where it goes. Deferred maintenance. When maintenance gets delayed or ignored, it's not just inconvenient, it's a warning. Leaking roofs, cracked pavement, or aging systems don't fix themselves. Deferred maintenance often means the board is overspending elsewhere or avoiding tough budgeting decisions. Eventually, it leads to more expensive repairs or special assessments down the road. Speaking of special assessments, here we go. Occasional special assessments are normal, right? But if they're becoming frequent or excessive or with an indefinite end date, it's a sign your board isn't planning properly. Healthy associations maintain reserves and plan ahead. Repeated special assessments indicate short term thinking or financial instability that's being passed on to co owners. Lack of competitive bidding. When contracts are awarded without multiple quotes or bids, the community loses oversight and often overpays. Some boards repeatedly use the same vendors without justification, which can open the door to favoritism or conflicts of interest. Every major project should have transparent, competitive bidding and documentation to back it up. Board overreach. A board that micromanages residents, selectively enforces rules, or punishes dissent is showing signs of overreach. Boards exist to serve the community, not to control it. When leadership start acting like gatekeepers instead of representatives, it's a sign of imbalance and often a power problem. Decline in communication. When communication dries up, guess what? Rumors fill the gap. If meeting notices are missing, emails go unanswered, or the board delays questions from co owners, it's often intentional. Good governance relies on open dialogue, Silence is rarely accidental, and it's usually a strategy to avoid accountability. Financial red flags. Watch out for vague budget categories, rising legal costs, or unexplained transfers between accounts. If financial reports are delayed or incomplete, that's a warning sign. And in fact, I do realize that our financial documents are taking upwards of 3 and sometimes 4 months to be loaded for co-owner access. And I did send an email asking about this, and unfortunately, I never heard anything back. Uh, Co-owners actually have the legal right to review association records. A board that resists transparency with money may be hiding, overspending, or worse. And lastly, fear among co-owners. When neighbors are afraid to speak up, attend meetings, or question board's actions, that's the clearest sign of decline. Fear thrives in environments where transparency has failed. A healthy community encourages participation, not silence. If people feel intimidated or labeled troublemakers, or the one that I've heard quite a bit over the last year, disruptors, for asking questions, your association might be in trouble. If you recognize more than a few of these signs, unfortunately, your association may already be headed on a downward path, but it's not too late. In part two, we'll talk about what co owners can do to restore balance, accountability, and trust in their communities. The information shared on Michigan Condo Voices is for educational and discussion purposes only. It reflects personal opinions, research, and experiences related to condominium governance in Michigan. We don't provide legal or financial advice, so always consult qualified professionals familiar with Michigan law before taking action. If you've experienced any of these warning signs in your HOA, share your story at info.michigancondovoices@gmail.com. I'll continue sharing these insights here, a community platform that I started to help co owners understand their rights and experiences across Michigan. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm so that we can get this information out to co-owners across Michigan. While this is a national problem, I am only focusing on the state of Michigan. So I would appreciate that. And then lastly, I would like to thank my, let's see, how do I don't want to say her name. So I want to send out a shout to Miss O. She has been very, very, very supportive of me in this project. And I just want you to know how much I adore you and love you for all the positivity and encouragement. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.